Hey, it's been a while since I've been on the circ. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. A lot of stuff has happened since. Now I'm just here rambling. First things first is I found out that since I'm making this channel where I put no face, no nothing, it's just me yapping. I used to do Isaac and a lot of people follow me for Isaac. I thought, why not make this for Isaac? Question mark. And then I just do the other one when I want to make more serious stuff. It kind of works. So that's what I'm doing right now. Not going to comment much about the game. I'm just here to, again, yep, and tell you about how my life is doing. Mainly some stuff has happened and I've been doing some thinking. One topic specifically, which I have spoken to you about, at least some people on my Discord, is I'm in this phase where I know, I've grown up a bit. I'm now 21 years old. I've done my stuff. I've traveled and discovered what I like and what I don't. One thing I do not understand though, or I mean, I do understand it to some extent, but not that well, is why I like certain things the way I do, and why I liked it that much, and why I'm attracted to people in a specific way. So for the past 2, 3 months, I've had things happen. Namely, one of those is just one bad situation with a girl I really liked. Not that it was bad to begin with, I actually gained a lot of self-respect for myself in that situation, but I found out that I fall really easily for a certain type of girls, and it has nothing to do with the way they behave or the way they speak. It has to do 100% with looks, which I don't think it's right. Like, I don't think looks should make up for that much of how important a girl is, and yet it did. So now I'm left wondering, why is it exactly that this kind of girls makes me behave like that? And is this something replicable? Like, can I understand what I like within this girl that makes me act like this? What is it that is making me go crazy? Spent some months reflecting on it. I've really gone further ahead and beyond, everywhere. I've tried all of it. I couldn't find a single answer, not one. I've come to the conclusion that I like a certain type of girl physically, but I've had that conclusion since I was 12 and I've seen Megan Fox in Transformers. I don't think it was that deep. Matter of fact, I still think it's not that deep. Like, it cannot be just that, right? It cannot be just that. Also, because none of these girls I will mention throughout the story are Megan Fox like. I just died. Fuck. So yeah, I've gone into some psychology studies and learning about this stuff to see what makes us like things, like people and whatnot. And it seems like most of the attraction I get is in the face, of course, in the face. But one characteristic in particular that really attracts me apparently is eyes, like light eyes, bright eyes, and dark as fuck hair. I don't know what that does to my brain. It's like a cheat code that activates a section of the game that shall not be allowed to be open and played. But it just does it for me. I don't know. And I hate it. I'll tell you, I hate it. That aside, I've started working. And I know it's super sad. Today's economy, right? I need to be employed. I am employed. I have a pretty good job. I cannot lie. This job is all right. The way they treat us is absolute bazonkers and shit. But outside of that, hey, it is what it is. I cannot complain. Like, if I remember what country I live in, then, but by comparison, I'm in, I won't say the top 1% of happiest people, but top 1% of non-miserable people. Okay, let's put it that way. Like, there are a lot of situations by which I could be worse off, and I'm not, so I'm thankful for that. But at the same time, I just found out that there's some seriously wrong stuff with the job market, at least where I live in, which is Italy. If you try and apply for any job with no experience, what you'll get is a seasonal contract, like you're an intern in a company. Which by any means, it could work out well, it could be really solid, really good. But being an intern most of the time means that at the end of said contract, you are not being renewed. Because companies get an advantage on interns, they pay less taxes on their checks, they pay less in anything, and they can afford you to pay you a little bit more to make it competitive, quote unquote. That's what they say to make the job appeal to you. At the end of the day, wow, okay, bro. At the end of the day, sure, that's good on our side, but then if they want to employ you full time and long term, they ought to make a different kind of contract, and that kind of contract actually doesn't bind them to do all that and doesn't give them the benefits. That also means, by proxy, that they are less likely to do it because, of course, they gain no advantage in doing that. So what are they going to do? They're not going to renew the contract. They're going to try their hardest to find a substitution for you. They're going to try to find somebody that is going to take your spot on the same intern contract, or maybe just prolong yours, which means you have no security. You cannot go like, okay, no matter what I do, I'll have this job. Like, unless I fuck up pretty hard, or the company resizes, they have no reason to fire me. In this case, they can just do whatever they want. And since you don't get the full term contract, you do not get the bonus, like the pay bonus that you will get with seniority. If you were in a company for 2 years, 5 years, whatnot, you get extras. You get like seniority bonus. For this, they can avoid that happening. That just sucks. And I brought this up. I brought this up to my boss so nonchalantly, and I was so naive to do that because not really my boss, but the director of the company, the one that is below the CEO, basically. And I told him, I'm like, dude, company is already paying us not that well, and you're giving us no benefits. But I'm a seasonal guy, so I don't cost that much to the company itself. How about we get some bonuses here and there? And he looks at me straight in the eyes and he was like, "You sound like a union guy. We do not like those here. You sure you want to say something else next?" Like, yeah, I guess that's the living situation. One thing I found out that kind of surprised me is that I worked in what should be an international space, a space that is really, really, really prestigious. And I say should be, big emphasis on should be. Boy, I found out that that is still very much tied to the country you're in, because my country has shit working positions and shit jobs. This one though, I thought will be a bit different because of its nature. For context, I work in an airport. I keep no secrets. It's not that particular of a job. But you'd say, hey, airport, that sounds like kind of important. You got some good matters on your hands. Like if you fuck up, the fuck up is big. And it is. It is. Uh, just for context, 1 minute of my fuck up, like 1 minute delay from my fuck up, costs the company about $10,000. You think I'd be getting paid super well for that? No, truth is, no, not really. So that was what I was complaining about. And dude just told me, hey, just go to the CEO, ask for your bonus, see what happens. And I've asked other people around me, I'm like, dude, I don't see what's wrong with that request. I might just as well go to the CEO and ask him. And somebody that is in a higher role than mine, but not that high, literally told me, "Hey, they've done it before. People have done it. They no longer work here because they've done it." I'm like, oh, that's cool. No, no, that's cool. I hope this company fails. I will not make names, but I know their operations are not going well. I know that in their budget report from their economist, they do include mess ups and accidents that cost them a lot. But lately, they have been going crazy. I'll maybe make a separate video about that because this is just too crazy. I need to expose all of this. I don't think like it's not even about exposing because, of course, I won't be making names. But this is just stuff that is too wild for me to keep to myself. Speaking of the people I like, people I don't like, and whatnot, I also took a test on Twitter. There's this little test where they're like, "Oh, we made a test based on science on what your type is if you reply to this 10 questions or something." And I looked at it and I'm like, "Wow, that is some god's sweet timing," because I was looking for the answer to what I like. The game just fucking stuttered. What is the other item? No. And yeah, like I took the test, it gave me a non-answer. The test, like it was sold to me like the holy grail. It was sold to me like it was the best thing to ever happen, that I would actually get the reply to my infamous question that I've had for years on end at this point. Boy, it was not even close. Not like I didn't like the people that I got in my end result, and it didn't explain some stuff. I mean, it didn't explain stuff. But besides that, it's the fact that the pool of people that it showed was super limited and of a certain age that I do not like. Man, I'm in my 20s. You cannot show me a 50-year-old and go like, "Do you like this person? Yes, no, maybe." Of course I'm gonna say no. Like, mind you, nothing wrong with liking the older fellas, but me personally, I like people my age, and there were basically none, maybe 2 or 3. And of course, they made it to the end result of that, but that was kinda ass. I was disappointed. Speaking of Twitter, it's a world I recently discovered. I didn't use it much before because it's more of an American-centered social media, and I'm not American. But I found a hell that I really hate, and it's AI content. AI content on Twitter. It's not even just the AI content. Wait, this may sound wrong. It's not AI content on Twitter. It's thumbnails. There's people that make thumbnail concepts for YouTubers that are already solid, already big, that have no reason to get an AI thumbnail, and they go like, "I remade this thumbnail for this YouTuber. Would you click on it?" And everybody in the comments is like, "Yes, oh my god, what's such a great work. You've just outdone yourself. This is the best thing that come out since the Mona Lisa." and they suck. Like straightforward. I've been a YouTuber. I've done my stuff. I've done the design, the actual design, and boy, that's just not it. That is just not it. I'll include some examples because I got no hair on my tongue. I don't know if I can find some. If I save them, surely in my reply somewhere I'll find them. But yeah, it was really awful. All of them look this like the same slop, Mr. Beast kind of thumbnail. All of them with the same mistakes. All of them low quality. You cannot understand stuff. So much shit happening. But what annoys me the most about this thing is how these people will comment about it and go like, "This is my design." First off, they want to get paid for that, which is crazy. You're using AI. You could be spending money on AI, but that's your fault. You're using AI. Why shouldn't I do the same thing and not pay you? Number one. Number two, they make it sound like they are actually designing shit. And I had this little feud with somebody on Twitter. I won't expose my username, but I'll give you the gist of what happened. It's this guy saying, "Oh no, I did do the design." I'm like, brother, that's AI. All you did is put text in a chat box, and it spit out the result to you. That's not design. You were just passively waiting for a result to load. And it's like, "Oh no, but you don't understand. I put in the work. This is like more stuff. There's also Photoshop editing." And I'm like, cool. Why don't you show me the Photoshop layers? Since this is all like Photoshop editing and AI is just a part of the machine, it's like just a fraction of what you do. Because I could understand using AI to generate some particular assets of a thumbnail. I still wouldn't click on it or wouldn't approve it myself. It's just not what I'm into, or my current stance in AI. I don't like AI specifically for artistic fields, but at least I could try and see your point of view if you show me that you did put in the work and there is more to just a prompt. This guy legitimately replied to me with the Photoshop layers like he was gonna give me a gotcha moment. And the Photoshop layers are one entire AI image, means that he did nothing behind the AI image generation. So it's not like he generated one asset and then pasted it in Photoshop and edited it and added it to some other context and stuff. And a whole image, and then a shit ton of masking and coloring. Like that is not thumbnail creating. That is it's just not. And I'm sorry if some of you guys that are watching this think that it is, or maybe do this yourself, but that's not it. And I dug into this guy's profile and what he replies to other people. Apparently he's trying to sell these thumbnails. And he even admitted he cannot find ways to make money. What's worse is that he posted, I think, 10 hours ago, and I had to wake him up again saying another thumbnail design, another successful reply. And it's like this screenshot of him DMing a creator with 3+ million subscribers, saying, "Hey, I redid this thumbnail for you, yada yada. Hey, check it out." And then he pasted the thumbnail, and there was a reply from the content creator. This is like an Instagram chat. There is not a reply that can be seen, mind you. The reply is censored. You could blame it on privacy, you could blame it on whatever you want. I assure you, this guy looked at that thumbnail and went like, "Cool, I'm not interested." Like, maybe I hope in the politest, most polite way possible, because of course nobody deserves rudeness, but I guarantee you he did not censor it out of the good of his heart. He censored it because he got a negative reply. Because while I have come to the conclusion that I'm in a big minority here of people that don't like thumbnails made with AI because of how kids now behave on the platform and how everything changed, but I assure you this guy did not accept it. Also because at 3+ million subscribers, you can very well afford an actual designer, like actual designer. And yeah, that's just it. But these people are also, they live in a delusion. They live in a big delusion. What's worse is the fact that this delusion is hardly fueled by the people in the replies, which I don't know. It's either the same niche of people, like other people that do this kind of AI bullshit, or, and I mean this in no particular way, it's people from a certain country that just bought comments, and it's all fake. All of it, the entirety of it, it's all fake. Boy oh boy, how this grind my gears. It's like I get it. I get that AI has a future somehow. Not really, actually. I'm of the belief that AI is about to collapse. It's on the verge. But outside of that, I get that it has usable case scenario and that it can work in some cases, and some audience actually prefer it or don't realize that it is AI or simply don't care, especially the younger ones. But outside of that, trust me, like it's not the way you think it is. Like, no. I don't know who will buy an AI thumbnail, and I know technically speaking it looks good, but high definition, like high resolution of a picture doesn't mean high quality. Like I can look at a thumbnail and tell that shit is fake. That none of that is real. Not the person inside of it, not the emotions, not the expression, not what's behind it. And if what's behind it, which will be the context of the video, is fake, what am I clicking into? You know, that's the big thing of a video. I don't even know what thumbnail I'm gonna make for this. I don't know if I'm gonna make a thumbnail for this. Likely yes, but I don't know what. And yeah, like you click on a video because of the thumbnail, because the thumbnail tells you what you're gonna find inside of it. If you don't know what you're gonna find inside of it, why would you click? That's basically it. Like again, I wouldn't click on a video that gives me something uninteresting in the thumbnail because that's just not who I am. That's not what I want. I want to watch what is promised to me. And if I click on it and then it's not that, it's even vaguely similar. Like it's not even similar. I've seen this thumbnail that I saw and was like, this shit is super fake. And this is a thing I hate even more. This is gonna delve into another kind of AI usage. It's a thumbnail of a guy on a roller coaster, with this roller coaster from a massive, like haunted theme park, ending in a scary face of a rat with big teeth or something. Of course, hella fake, hella AI. What's worse is that they pair these images with a sketch image, like a pencil drawn version. The issue is that the pencil drawn is clearly AI as well. It's like they get the original result for the first one. They describe it, hey, take this content creator of which I took an image of and put it on a roller coaster in this scenario, in this way, with this expression, and the AI does it. And then they take that very same image, they send it back and go like, okay, make a pencil sketch of that. That's not a sketch. Like, you ain't fooling nobody. Well, what's that meant to be? That I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, again, they did this kind of stuff and it was awful. And I know for a fact that if by nature, because of how things are, that thing doesn't even look realistic, because of how it is, if I'm gonna click on the video, I am 100% not even gonna get something like that. So why will I watch it? Do these people not get that? Do these people not get that people watch videos based on what it says? I don't know. Some people believe that the AI, no, not the AI, sorry, the thumbnail game is just insanely hard. It's impossible to understand, yada, yada. Truth is, YouTube just doesn't push content as it once did, that it's really hard to grow by itself. But if you're good, you will grow. Like, no questions asked, you actually will. And it's a guaranteed. And then once you grow and you stabilize on your format, you can kind of do whatever. I mean, look at, if you're here for Isaac, you will know Madman, I believe currently biggest YouTuber of this game, if we don't include Northern Lion. And the dude just spams the same thing over and over again with the style, but that's his style. That's why he can do it. That's his. You look at the thumbnail and you're like, ah, that's Matt. Yeah, I'll watch it. And the guy, of course, consolidated himself. So, yeah, that's, of course, very huge, very big for him. It's a W. No matter what he does, he could make another video, title it Bowls, put one item, and give it the style. It's going to go well. It's going to go well. So, yeah, this is like 20 minutes of my ranting. I didn't expect it to be this long, boy. I haven't made a video this long in a while. I gotta cut this short though because I gotta talk to you about that shit that happened at work. That shit is crazy. Like, you will not believe it. If you do watch that video, trust me, you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna like, there's no chance a company like that is on its feet. Like, it's still thriving. It's not doing well, it's thriving. This company is thriving. I don't know how long it can continue to do that for, but currently it is. And I'll make another video about it. So thank you for listening. I repeated this run that, I mean, it's going very well, but I'm not really focused on it. I'm just yapping and chilling. And that's it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment. I'll see you.